Yo! What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is Tales of the Jedi, our reaction to all of the Ahsoka episodes, kind of.
Kind of. So when we went to Star Wars Celebration, we were blessed, and we got to see...
Booked and blessed.
We got to see one of the Ahsoka episodes already, so we are not going to react to that because we can't. We've already seen it.
We've already seen Life and Death. And the thing is, it was great. For those of you who have been following the channel for a while, you know that Ahsoka and Obi-Wan are my favorite Star Wars characters. I love her so much. I have so much Ahsoka crap.
There's like Ahsoka
disgusting.
Ears back there.
Yeah.
You have 4 of Ahsoka's lightsabers.
Yeah, I have her Rebels lightsabers. I have her Clone Wars lightsabers. I have all of the minifigs. The brickhead.
It's a problem.
My daughter gave me like one-of-a-kind Ahsoka art for Christmas 2 years ago.
I was like, you need to clarify.
This character means a lot to me. I love her very much. I did not like her in season 1 of the Clone Wars, but she grew to be my favorite character in the franchise. And so when we got to sit in a room with... We weren't in the room with Dave Filoni. We were in a room that was being streamed to from the room with Dave Filoni.
Yes.
And we got to see this. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, it was, spoilers for that episode, but I'm assuming you've watched all of Tales of the Jedi if you're watching our reaction.
Yeah.
Because that's the first episode in this little 6-episode thing. We really loved it. It's about baby Ahsoka and her mom.
Yeah.
And her mom's voiced by Janina Gavankar, who I just adore because of the work that she did on Battlefront 2. Playing, not Iden Versio. Was that Iden Versio?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, she's great in Battlefront 2. I love that game. Luke Skywalker's great in that game. If you've never played the campaign of Battlefront 2 and you like Star Wars, you really should. It's short. It's like 4 hours, but it is a great Star Wars story about, like, really they should just turn that into a movie. But, and star Janina Gavankar, because she already nailed it once.
Yeah.
I just thought it was an incredible, like, 10-minute story about what it means to be raised in a culture. And I thought that everyone who worked on it did such a good job. And I really, really appreciated seeing Ahsoka before she becomes a Jedi and how even though, she is raised by the Jedi for most of her life, you can see the elements of her character that come from her childhood and from her parents in a really beautiful way. And I was very impressed by it.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah. But let's get into it. Let's get into episode 5. We're skipping all the way to the end because 1 is Ahsoka, then 2, 3, 4 are Dooku, and then 5 and 6 are Ahsoka.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're going to do episode 5 and 6.
So this is episode 5 and 6 of Tales of the Jedi. This one is Practice Makes Perfect. If you want to watch the full-length reaction, go over to patreon.com/nerdynightly. And for now, let's get into episode 5. Hey, I know that building. You didn't immediately recognize the Jedi Temple on Coruscant?
No. I don't know what it looks like from the outside.
Disappointed!
I'm assuming it's in Clone Wars a lot?
Yes, and it's also in the prequels. And
you're right on time.
He looks different.
I thought I was late.
What's up with Obi-Wan's beard color? Cane saber? Love it.
Okay, getting creative.
It's gonna be fun though, because she's got that reverse grip going on. That was Caleb Doom! Whoa! It took me a second.
Impressive.
Why does he seem so upset?
I don't know.
Thanks for coming, Master.
Well, I was in the area.
Any thoughts?
You don't want to know.
I love this. It's just like all the famous Jedi that you know from everything else are just in this hallway right now. Just chilling.
They're just hanging out.
It's a lousy test.
But it's what every Jedi does.
Exactly. I'll make you an actual test. And then we'll see what you've really learned.
Why is he so mad right now?
I don't know.
What did she do?
What's weird about this is that I don't know when in like their relationship this is.
Yeah, like is this season 1 Clone Wars? I doubt it. It seems more like middle.
Yeah, I don't know. It is nice to hear their voices together again, though. I'm not gonna lie. I do like that a lot. Obi-Wan's beard looks weird, right? I'm not...
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he looks weird. And I can't put my finger on
Right
it.
on time.
I thought I was late.
That's what I mean.
Has Anakin turned to the dark side already? What's going on?
I guess.
Rexy boy!
Captain Rex and the boys have agreed to help with the test.
Dave
The
Filoni
boys.
knows what I like to see.
Let's get started. Head out to the center.
The boys.
Does she ever wear that outfit in Clone Wars? Because not in the episodes I've seen.
I don't remember Ahsoka's out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not...
Useless.
I don't have an eye for fashion, unfortunately.
We'll fix that. You can't tell by
You need to
which
remain
lightsaber she
calm.
has, which episode it
Think.
is.
Oh, I'm not Alex Damon.
Begin.
I'm not sure I fully understand how this is different from what she just did.
I don't know.
Damn, Annie.
Wake up. That's it. Come on.
Yeah, like I don't know how that's any different of a test.
I guess there's just more of them.
How long was I out?
An hour.
An hour?
Yeah, Jesse really tagged you.
Sorry, Commander.
Fucking Jesse. It's gonna be that clone that shot Ahsoka.
You ready?
What's the point of this?
I don't know.
Begin.
1 hour later.
Let's go again.
What? No.
Again!
I need the full hour of what the clones and Anakin are doing.
They just stand there. This doesn't seem to be helpful at all.
To be fair, like, he has to take her to a war zone.
Again.
He's already taken her into a war zone.
That's true. She
She
starts
has
in a war
already
zone.
survived war zones.
Again.
This just feels like torture.
Just in case you thought there wasn't enough in Clone Wars Anakin that led to him being a Sith. Here's Sith Annie.
And Rex is like, yeah, we chill.
This is ridiculous. The droids aren't half as good as Rex's men.
That's the point. Look, I know this is tough, but I want it to be difficult.
Why don't they program the droids better?
And as your master, I'm responsible for you. The best way I can protect you is to teach you how to protect yourself.
But then, like, teach her something. Like, the problem is he's not giving her any advice.
Yeah. Just do it again. And then do it again.
He doesn't have any, like, hey, this time you... Like, this would work for me if he was like, hey, you did this.
Yeah.
Go again. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, you messed this up. Go again.
Yeah.
But he's not offering anything.
It's like, nah, just keep going.
The music changed. She learned her lesson somehow.
She learned something. I don't know what, but... I feel like that test also isn't like super useful because like when you're in a war, everybody's shooting all at the same time. They're not taking turns.
Took us 5 minutes to knock you out that time.
5 minutes?
Someone get this girl some water. Like,
She found her second saber.
it's probably gonna help.
Much like the entirety of Clone Wars, Ahsoka gets better not because of Anakin, but through sheer force of will.
In spite of Anakin.
In spite.
We've aged up.
Yeah. Is this when I think it is?
Let's hope all that training pays off.
Oh, shit. Okay, this might have just gotten real serious.
Hold your fire! Hang on, we have Tano in the commander. Send all remaining troops to my position.
Am I being spoiled for Clone Wars right now?
Kind of, yeah. But not really. I mean, you have no idea what that was.
Was that not Order 66?
Okay, yeah, you were supposed to. All
right.
Cool. Yeah, that was fine.
Yeah, right. There was no lesson there, really.
Considering how high quality I thought the first one was, I'm somewhat surprised at how little
was in that.
Yeah.
There was no like heart to it. There was no life lesson. There wasn't really a point to that one.
It also just sort of reiterated a lesson I think that Ahsoka already learned from Anakin in the show.
Yeah.
Like the fun thing about the first episode, and I you know,
if you're here,
it kind of sucks we didn't watch it in this video, but
yeah, sorry guys,
is that I felt like that episode informed us about Ahsoka in a way that we didn't get from Clone Wars or Rebels.
Yeah, whereas this was kind of just the same.
Yeah, it was just more of the same. And like the final moment's fun because like of what it leads to, but also like that moment's already in the Clone Wars. Like this just sort of felt like deleted scenes from the Clone Wars.
Right.
As opposed to feeling like a standalone short that had a real purpose like the first one did.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I agree. There was like I don't understand what like the through line is or like why.
I think that it might have literally just been that because I know that Anakin isn't in the next one that we're about to watch. So I think that it might have just been like they wanted to get Anakin and Ahsoka together one last time.
Okay, that's fair.
I just would have liked it to be in a scene with Anakin being maybe not so much of a dick.
Well, I was just gonna say I would have liked it to like matter.
Yeah.
And it didn't really. It wasn't like it was bad. It was just kind of like why.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's fine. The animation looks great. I will say, like, the Tales of the Jedi, much like Clone Wars Season 7, animation's incredible. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
Can't complain about that.
Yeah. Are you just going to jump into the next one?
Yeah, let's do it. Because that kind of left me a little bit like, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to, like, harp on it because, like, it wasn't, like, like I said, it wasn't bad.
If that had been a piece of a longer episode, I think it would have worked better.
Totally, 100%.
Where, like, in the opening scene, we see Anakin get upset with Ahsoka because she almost dies, and so the yada, 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 and then we see the end as well. Mm-hmm. It just, that felt like they lifted the middle of something out. Yeah. And we didn't see the beginning and end of it.
Yeah.
And I have no idea when it takes place.
No,
so it's, like, weird, because I know their relationship the way that I do. It's like, when did they have this antagonism? Anyway, let's get into...
They've always had that antagonism.
Kind of, but also not. You know what I mean?
Like, I guess, that's fair. I have not seen all of the Clone Wars. I have only seen Season 1 and parts of Season 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because we were watching it in chronological and not release order.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we
need to finish that.
I really want to finish that.
When we have time. We need to finish it before the Ahsoka show. Yeah. And you need to watch all of Rebels. We've got a lot to do before the Ahsoka show.
Great. Love that.
Whoa!
Is that Padme?
Yeah!
Oh, wow. Okay, we're starting...
Wow, I love Mon Mothma's animated look. Oh, she was there. Oh.
Can you give me a cape like that?
You shouldn't have come here.
Sure.
She was my friend.
Your hair is all sticky to your makeup.
Oopsie.
Wow.
Rude. What a rude opening. How dare.
It's just, yeah, it's funny after how, like, not emotional the last one was. This one was like, here's a baseball bat to your nutsack.
You need anything, you can contact me with this.
I'm tired of fighting.
What can I do for you, officer?
Let's see some identification.
Of course.
You don't know the senator?
It's easy to get lost with all that has happened. Still, we have a duty, don't we?
They're like, yeah, sure.
And if you should ever need anything, please contact me.
They're like, sure, dude. I love Jimmy Smith so much.
I don't know.
Oh, man. That was a great shot.
Yeah.
That was cool. See, what I love about this is it fills in the, like, question of what was Ahsoka... No. That's the like, cold open.
I was like, what?
That would be enough for me. Honestly, just knowing that she was there... Because one of the questions after Clone Wars is, like, what happened with her relationship with Padme. Like, you know,
Yeah.
all of these questions that aren't resolved in Revenge of the Sith because
Ahsoka
didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
the droids have such little arms. I don't know why that brings
That
me
is a
so much joy.
Tyrannosaurus Rex droid.
I love him.
I know what I'm doing.
He did not, in fact, know what he was doing.
Break time!
Ah, the confidence of a 20-year-old. Maybe I'm 100% wrong here.
Uh-huh.
But like, I feel like you could survive a
Hay?
couple of bales of hay falling on you.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't actually know because like because they're like compressed so much, I don't actually know how much like force and weight is in like a bale of hay like that.
I mean, I've thrown those around for work before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like you'd be
I
all
don't know.
right.
Please?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I want that pantsuit.
Right?
Make it out of like jean.
In the beginning, you all welcomed the Empire.
Not as warmly as you.
Emperor Palpatine brought peace.
How weird is this for Ahsoka, who's like, yeah, my pal Sheev,
My buddy.
who I've known for years.
Is your brother coming along?
No, but we'll be fine, won't we? Master Jedi.
Yeah, don't say that out loud.
Don't worry, it's our secret. I'll meet you near the field, at first light.
Boy. What could go wrong?
Did he hear her whisper across that?
Yeah,
Alright.
I don't know what he heard.
He has Moiraine's hearing spell.
Oh, the gemstone, yeah.
Prices were so low, they're bleeding us dry. I couldn't get half what they offered us last season.
Claim a Jedi was here, and yet I find no one.
He's not lying.
Damn it, dude. What'd you think
What
was
an
gonna
idiot.
happen?
Yeah, literally.
Who might you be? Here is your reward.
Okay, let's go.
Looks like I shall be rewarded.
I love his voice.
Yeah. The mask is, like, that whole design is great.
Whoa!
GG's easy.
Oh! That's my girl! Yes!
Look what you did. Look what you did.
Yeah, look what you fucking did.
I'm so sorry.
I know. More will come.
Daddy Bale shows up once again. This is a dangerous trip for him to make.
Yeah, personally.
There was an Inquisitor here.
I was beginning to think you lost this.
What the hell, Disney Plus? Why would you do this?
Are you sure you're ready to get back into the fight?
Like, I love the Bad Batch, but what's
Excuse me?
what the fuck was that?
You jumped the gun a little bit there.
For the big final scene.
Ahsoka's face, we're just gonna make it this big for you.
Wow, okay. That was great.
So weird.
That was significantly better than the other episodes.
Yes.
I think if you watch the 3 of them as a unit, they kind of work as one episode of something. Sort of. Not really, though.
Not really. I almost wish that like something in the second episode had at least tied into the third episode, but they're disparate. They're not connected in any way. Episode 1 is great. Episode 3, this great. Or sorry, I should say episode 6.
Episode 6, yeah.
Great. Episode 4.
5.
5. Sorry, I don't know why it's there. Math.
Yeah, it was fine.
It's hard.
But this was great. That's not exactly what happens in the Ahsoka book, and so I'm wondering if that's the same Inquisitor from the Ahsoka book. This is starting to get a little bit complicated with the retcons, but like that's
that
fine.
Could be someone else, or it could be someone who already exists.
But then essentially the same thing happens twice.
Gotcha.
Which is weird. But that's close enough to what happens in the Ahsoka book that I'm like, okay, cool. I thought it looked great. I loved that fight. It reminded me so much of the Twin Suns episode. I don't want to say any more than that because you haven't seen it and I don't want to spoil it for you.
Fair.
But there's a lightsaber battle in the Twin Suns episode that is essentially like one beat. And what I love about that is the danger of these blades and how it really is just if you can get the upper hand for 1 second, you win.
Yeah.
And Ahsoka shows... It actually reminded me a lot of that at the very end of that fight, but also it reminded me of the... Vader Reva fight from episode 5 of Kenobi when Vader is just dodging,
it's like,
right? And so I think that the blend of those two fights into what Ahsoka taking down that Inquisitor was in that moment was really cool.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. I think that a lot of the emotional storytelling of this episode was really important to me in terms of Ahsoka's story. I really loved seeing her at Padme's funeral, that moment with Bail, and really having this be the bridge episode between Clone Wars and honestly the prequels and the Rebels era, because something happens that causes Ahsoka to become Fulcrum and become, the version of herself that we see at the beginning of Rebels. And this being the kind of linchpin between the end of Revenge of the Sith after, what we see at the end of Clone Wars episode 7, going into the beginning of this episode, and then coming out of this episode into where we find her in Rebels makes a lot of sense. And I think that tying this all together through what is essentially like a 12-minute short, I think is really smart, and I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought that that episode was well done, much better. Him overhearing thing was that was like a little bit like silly, but it's also an animated show, and you just you're like, okay, this is what happened.
I just think they could have staged him a little bit closer
or something. Yeah. I was like, I don't know how you hurt. Whatever. It doesn't. Also, I don't know how they got there so fast. It feels like they were gone a day, but anyways. Doesn't matter.
They have hyperdrives,
but
which
how would
move
he...
at the speed of plot.
No, I know. At the speed of plot. No, I just mean, I don't know how that guy got a hold of the Empire so fast, but...
A radio? Hey,
Empire. Anybody out there?
Yeah, I mean, that yeah.
Is there anybody out there?
But that's literally it, right? It's like...
I guess,
yeah. They're in every corner of the galaxy, so...
Yeah, I guess. There's a station every kilometer.
Yeah.
Report station.
No, there literally is.
A big red button.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, the Empire is known for its ability to hear complaints around the galaxy. Yeah, I really like that. I think the animation looks so gorgeous.
Yeah.
It makes me miss Clone Wars. Because I really love the animation in Season 7. Thought it was really well done, and I thought that it was really well done here as well. I'm really excited to watch the Dooku episodes. I've heard that those are the better episodes of this, so that'll be up next on the channel. But I'm excited for that because Ahsoka is a tough one. And when they announced the show, Ahsoka was a tough one for me because I was like, I really know this character really well at almost every phase of her life except the after Rebels. Where is she during the original trilogy and where is she in the years after the original trilogy? Because I'm assuming she's not around anymore for the sequels, but she might be. And where is she for the sequels, right?
Yeah.
Because we know that she's we know one day of her life in The Mandalorian.
Yes.
But other than that, where has she been all this time?
Yeah.
And so I think that it's tough to tell these stories about Ahsoka in the past because we've spent so much time with her.
Yeah.
You haven't, but like I've spent so much time with her, and a lot of people have.
Yeah.
And so I think that going into Dooku, who we really only have Attack of the Clones and his limited part in the Clone Wars, because he's not, because of the line in Revenge of the Sith where him and Anakin can't have fought in a long time, the Clone Wars goes out of its way to not have him and Anakin fight, and so he's limited because Anakin is arguably the main character of that series.
Right, yes.
And so I think that we just haven't spent as much time with Dooku, and there's more room to tell stories about him, and I'm excited to get into those shorts.
Yeah, me as well. Especially with, like, I think it's really amazing that they're going to have Liam Neeson's son
voice young Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon. Yeah, I think that's going to be really special to watch. So I'm looking forward to that. This was fine. I think that, unfortunately, because we saw the first episode, it's not included in this. And I think I'd be more, like, overall, like, hot on it, despite that, like, middle episode. But because it was, like, kind of half and half, I'm like, oh, all right.
Even having seen 6, and I think 6 is very good, I still think episode 1's the best one.
Yeah.
I do. I think it is the most poignant, and I think it has so much going on.
It's special, and it really just, like, informs you about Ahsoka's character before she's even, like, before she has, like, real, I mean, not consciousness, but, like, cognitive ability, you know? Like, and I think that's, like, I think that's so cool.
And I just love her mom.
Yeah.
Pav T, I think is her name. I may have that. I might have that wrong. I love her mom. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit that dislike button. Leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess, of course, is my favorite girl of all time, Ahsoka Tano. Girl needs to eat. She works hard saving the galaxy.
Yeah.
If you want to follow us around the internet, you absolutely can. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
And as always, do something nerdy tonight. And may the force be with you. Bye.